Hello everyone, this is Arivu, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Bishop Heber College, Trichy. I am going to present a small video on semiconductor. I hope you will enjoy this video.
The word semiconductor is widely known and used around us, but what is semiconductor? Before we can talk about a semiconductor, first we need to know about a conductor and insulator. A conductor, as its name implies, is a substance that conducts the electricity. In order to conduct the electricity, electrons need to move around because protons and neutrons are bound in the atomic nuclei. Electrons in the outermost shell of an atom are called valence electrons. Now, these valence electrons in a series of energy levels form an energy band called a valence band. From the valence band, electron can jump into an empty band of electron orbitals called a conduction band. In a conductor, there is no gap between the valence band and conduction band. Electrons can freely move from valence band to conduction band. These movement of electrons create an electric current and conducts electricity. Insulator, on the other hand, is a substance that does not conduct electricity unlike conductors. Insulators have a large gap between the valence band and the conduction band. Valence electrons cannot reach the conduction band, therefore no electricity flows. Finally, let's talk about a semiconductor. A semiconductor is a substance that has property between an insulator and a conductor. There is a gap between the valence and the conduction band. However, it is small enough so that the valence electron can reach the conduction band when the energy is provided by an applied voltage. The frequently used semiconducting materials are silicon and germanium. Now we take silicon atom. Silicon atom has 4 valence electrons, so each silicon atom can bind to 4 other silicon atoms. This way, all of the valence electrons are formed to make a bond with the other silicon and they cannot move around. Now, this makes a pure silicon crystal an insulator rather than a conductor. To increase the conductivity of silicon, small amount of impurity can be added before silicon crystallization. Now, this process is called doping. Depending on the impurity that's added to silicon, it can be classified as N-type or P-type semiconductor. If an impurity atom has 5 valence electrons, such as phosphorus, 4 valence electrons can bond with neighboring silicon atoms and the 5th electron has nothing to bind, so it's free to move around. This creates extra electron energy levels. Now, electrons can easily jump into the conduction band when the energy is provided by an applied voltage. This is called N-type semiconductor. If an impurity atom has 3 valence electrons, such as boron, it then binds with 3 adjacent silicon atoms and forms a hole, where the electrons of the 4th silicon has nothing to bind. The absence of an electrons create a positive charge. This positive charge can move from atom to atom as electrons leave their positions. Electrons from the valence band can be elevated to extra whole energy levels when the energy is provided by an applied voltage. This is called P-type semiconductor.